All right, we're about to get ready here. Mike, are we on? Just as a heads up, we are live streaming this for those of our family and friends that are not able to be here today for this swearing-in ceremony. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. We're going to start really quick with the Pledge of Allegiance before we get going into the ceremony. So if everybody please stand. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. I would like to welcome everybody to our July quarterly swearing-in ceremony for our 4 newest officers. My name is Sarah Mooney. For those of you that don't know me, the family and friends that are here that maybe I haven't had a chance to meet yet, I would like to thank you guys for coming and thank you for sharing your family members with us. It's very important that we really have quality people here and that they have quality support at home. So I really appreciate you all showing up today. This ceremony is for you and for them so that we can introduce them to the district. But with that being said, I also want to introduce a couple of our guests that have come today to support our new officers also. So Superintendent Mike Burke is here, Deputy Superintendent Jamie Wyatt, Board Member Matthew Lane, and our Chief of Student Health and Wellness, Keith Oswald. So thank you to the 4 of you for showing up to support. This is a kind of a crazy time of the year. We've got people taking vacations, they're doing training, they're doing all sorts of things, and the rain outside and the storms don't help. So I appreciate the effort in getting out here today. With that being said, I would like to also acknowledge command staff members that are sitting over here to this side, Major McCarthy, Major Moore, Major Scopolitas, who is in charge of our hiring process. Thank you, Major, for another great round of candidates. Captain Katz, Captain Berkman, Captain Rogerson, and Sergeant Furtado, who are in charge of doing our training. And then in the back hiding, Captain Caudio, who is one of our administrative captains at this point, who's helping with our scheduling and that type of thing, which is a feat in and of its own. Thank you guys for coming out and supporting. And my lovely assistant today is Assistant Chief Mike Waits. Deputy Chief Snow got stuck in Dallas on a flight that got canceled, so she's not here today, but she sends her best wishes to you 4. With that being said, I'd like to invite Superintendent Mike Burke up to make a couple of comments before we get going into the ceremony.
Thank you. My pleasure. Well, you guys are joining us at a good time. I've been with the school district for many years, over 27 years, and we've had a school police department that entire time. It actually goes back 50 years, but I can tell you in the more recent history, I've never felt better about our police department. We have an exceptional chief in Chief Sarah Mooney. One of the best decisions I ever did was convince her to come join our team, and I've seen our district do nothing but really improve over her watch. We have Board Member Matthew Lane, you'll hear from in a minute. I do want to just let you know our chair, Ms. Karen Brill, normally attends these ceremonies, and she got caught up in some of the bad weather, so she's not going to be able to make it here today, but you enjoy the support of our entire school board. I'm kind of the middleman sometimes, so when we go to the school board to build a budget or set policies, when it comes to school police, this board has never wavered in providing everything we feel like we need to run a first-rate department, whether it's new radios, vehicles, trying to be competitive with our salaries. The board has been very supportive, so that's made my job much easier, and the proof is there that you guys are delivering. The current state of affairs is safety is now our top priority above academic achievement. And that's our reality. And that's why we're so fortunate to be one of the few school districts in Florida that has its own school police department. And we're fully accredited. Chief teases me because I say this all the time, but I'm so proud of it that when we went through our accreditation review, we passed with the highest rating you can get, which is Excelsior. Any of my friends from New York probably recognize that. That's your state motto in New York, but Excelsior means like ever upward, right? And that's our mission, is to keep improving and making this department better and stronger each day. And that's why I'm always excited to welcome new officers, because you're part of a great team, and you've got your school police team, but you're part of a bigger team, and that's what we like to refer to as Team Palm Beach. And you guys are here to make sure that everyone on Team Palm Beach is safe, along with our students and our community at large, anyone that's on our campuses. And I tell you, it goes a long way with our parents when we can tell them, hey, we've got school police. They're highly trained, and there's training going on throughout the summer. I'm proud that we can now offer both a 10-month and 12-month contract option for officers, because I think for some, that may have held us back in years past, but Chief was able to navigate that. And now, if you're an officer that wants to work year-round, we have those opportunities, which I think makes us more competitive. And again, just thank you for making the commitment to our district, to our students, to our teachers, to everyone, to keep us safe. And beyond that, you're also great mentors with our students. So we see those relationships flourish as well. And I think that's one of the nice things about being a police officer for the school district. You get to work with young people, at an impressionable age, and have a positive influence and be a positive role model, and just help us do what we need to do to get them ready for life. So, Chief, thanks for the opportunity to say a few words.
Okay. All right. Mother Nature is wreaking havoc on the records department right now, so I guess can they go home early? Is that all right? We're out of power. It's time to go, right? You let them go. Thank you. As a follow-up to Mr. Burke, Mr. Matthew Lane is going to say a few words on behalf of the school board. So thank you for coming up.
I'll be brief. I want to thank you all so much for stepping up to protect our children. It means a tremendous amount. In addition to protecting our children, you'll be mentoring these children, and it means so much to the parents and to the children. So I can tell you I'm pretty new. I've just been on the board for 8 months, and this is a family. This is a wonderful family. You're going to love being part of it. It's been the best thing that's happened to me, and I know that'll be the best part of your career as well. It's a great place to work. We have excellent leadership from our superintendent and our new deputy superintendent. Our chief is fantastic, our chief of wellness. These are nice people. You're going to have a great experience here, so welcome.
Thank you. Just to elaborate a little bit more for our new guys, our old guys, and the people that are just in our audience today, the changes that have occurred in the department over the past couple of years have been extraordinary. I'm not saying it's because of me, it's because of the support of our school board and the administrative staff, especially Mr. Burke. He's really been very supportive of bringing us from that unconventional police feel to a more conventional police feel. But at the same time, we are an unconventional agency. So one of the most fulfilling parts of swearing in new people for me is having a wide variety of candidates that come to the district for a number of different reasons. We have some that are relatively new. We have some that are very seasoned. We have some that are kind of in between. But the support that the district and the superintendent has provided to this department over the past couple of years has opened up the doors to having more local people retiring and or deciding to even switch agencies to come over to the school district police department, which is a testament to the kind of work that we're doing. The reputation has been vastly improved as we've been able to expose ourselves and engage with some of the other agencies locally a little bit more. Mr. Burke made a comment about training. Our training division has expanded tremendously, and we are seen as the resident experts in the county on active assailant, especially single-person response to active assailants within the county in an emergency situation. This summer, we've had multiple training sessions that agencies from across the county have engaged and come in and participated with our trainers who are top-notch running the show. And we're getting great feedback on that because we have such a talented pool of people that work in this department. And today we're just adding to that. We're getting more local hires. Like I said, no offense to those of you that came from out of state. We still want you coming, and we're still recruiting in regard to that. But I think that we've made some other things, or developed some other things this year that have led us to be, again, a little bit more conventional as police officers in a police department. We initiated an emergency field force team this year, which is basically a group of specially trained people to be able to deal with big, large crowds and controlling crowds. That's something that you would see in other local agencies. We kind of rebranded our emergency services unit to make them more of a crisis response team, but in addition to that, they're our primary instructors when it comes to that single person assailant training. All of them are so specifically trained that they're bringing their talents not only to our agency, but to other agencies too. So the kind of showcasing what we're doing within the school district has really expanded through the efforts of that team of people. In addition, we restarted our Honor Guard program. So it takes quite a while to get uniforms in, as Major Scopolitis would attest to. But we're working on getting the uniforms and getting them up and running so that we just are more of a cohesive unit as a police department and not just a bunch of individuals working at 182 schools. But with that being said, we are also 182 chiefs is the way I look at it. Everybody that gets assigned to a campus basically is that point of contact, is that first point of defense for that school. They're in charge of the safety and security of that school. And our job is to make sure that they're well-trained and that they have the equipment and the training that they need in order to be able to respond to any kind of emergency on that campus, in addition to training everybody on that campus what to do if something happens. It goes beyond that. The mentoring is a huge piece. The atmosphere of being on the same location, same campus every day is really entertaining to see also, because the officers on these campuses really take ownership of what they're doing, and that's what the expectation is. Safety and security is first, number one by far. Customer service is also another one, because a lot of times you've got questions on your campuses, and your police officers have to be approachable and be able to explain what we're doing, why, and how we're going to keep the campuses safe. Our community engagement also is very important. We've got a lot of guys that are out doing things day in and day out, not only on their campuses, but they're doing it outside of their campuses. Some of the things that I can tell you about, we've had an officer that developed his own food pantry on one of the campuses this year. We've got officers that are donating time to support Special Olympics outside of their normal duties. Autism awareness, we've had more events for that with officers just showing up and getting engaged in it, that it goes over and beyond the safety and security piece. It's the whole package. So when we interview the people that are coming in, a lot of times the comments that we get is, why do they want to come to the school district police department? It's because they want to make a difference, they want to mentor the youth, and they want to continue doing police work and do it in a different kind of way. When most everybody in here started their police careers, you're running and gunning and you hair on fire and you want to save the world. Here, they wanted to save the world one person at a time, one little kid at a time, and make sure that they're really getting back to the basics of why they got into police work in the first place. And I love having the people that come in with the experience. As I read their bios today, you're going to hear about some of the experience that they've had. Everybody brings a little bit something different to the table, and that's what makes our team so good. So, or I should say great, not good. I apologize for that. With that being said, we've only got 4 people that we're swearing in today. Sometimes we have up to a dozen because we do these quarterly. Everybody's already been sworn in officially because we like to get them in the door as soon as they're qualified to start working. So they've done the official one. This is for the family and friends. This is for the rest of the agency to get to introduce themselves or get to know who these new people are that are joining our team. So with that being said, there's 2 oaths that we take. The first one is the oath of honor, which I always like to invite everybody that's in uniform in here to stand up, because we're going to do that together. So right now I'd like to ask everybody in uniform to stand up so we can kind of reaffirm our oath of honor. If you raise your right hand and repeat after me. On my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or my public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the Constitution, my community, and the agency I serve. Thank you. Everybody that's not brand new today, have a seat. The second oath, these guys have all taken it already. I'm going to swear them in all at the same time again, and then we're going to go through one by one. I'm going to read their bios and invite their family members or friends or whoever they brought to come pin that badge on them so that they're official. So raise your right hand. Same rules as before. When I say state your name, don't follow that part of it. Just state your name. Okay. Oath of office. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will uphold, protect, and defend the Constitution and government of the United States and of the state of Florida, that I will enforce the laws of the United States and the state of Florida without personal bias, and that I will well and truly perform the duties of a police officer for the school district of Palm Beach County, Florida, on which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Officially sworn in. Thank you. And I'm going to ask you guys to have a seat. We're going to go one by one. Two of the officers that are being sworn in today, we actually did an official swearing in on May 19th. And first up is going to be Brian Kapper. So I'm going to ask Brian to just step right here. Now, interesting, Brian and I worked together for 29 years at West Palm. He got in and out. He got in before me and got out a little later because I had the opportunity to come here, fortunately. But I was very excited to hear that he would be interested in joining our team because I know the quality of his work. In the running and gunning part, Brian gave me my first concussion in my life by helping me to tackle a bad guy. The bad guy went to jail, but I had a headache for about 3 weeks, but I don't hold it against him. Anyway, for Brian, Brian Kapper was born and raised in Akron, Ohio, and moved to Florida after graduating from the University of Akron. He attended Indian River Community College Police Academy and graduated in law enforcement class 64 before beginning his career in law enforcement with the West Palm Beach Police Department in 1994. During his early tenure, he was assigned to areas of policing that addressed patrol, street crime suppression, narcotics investigations, and organized crime investigations, where he worked closely with surrounding local, state, and federal partners on law enforcement task forces. Later in his career, he was charged with the supervision of areas in the department to include patrol, narcotics, organized crime, criminal investigations, special services, and SWAT. During his law enforcement career, he graduated from the FBI National Academy, Session 161, the Senior Management Institute for Police, Session 67, and he was selected for training in Israel to learn about combating anti-Semitism and terrorism, which is kind of a unique opportunity. That they tried to do that again this year and they had to cancel it, unfortunately, but that's a pretty special, unique group in training to be able to attend. Brian retired from the West Palm Beach Police Department last year as a captain after 30 years of service. He's excited to begin the next chapter of his law enforcement career with the Palm Beach County School District Police Department. Brian has 2 sons that graduated from Palm Beach County schools, and he is married to Rita, who his wife is going to do the badge pinning. So I introduce Brian Kapper to you. Rita, come on up. All right, next up is Officer Jason Sharon. I'm going to ask Jason to come up. Jason is another local who I had the opportunity of working with. He had a lot to do with the Explorer Academies that they hold annually in at Camp Tonakita, right? Isn't it the name of the thing? Yes. So every year he and a bunch of other agencies and their explorers would go out and they do a week-long summer camp where it's like a boot camp, basically. But these kids, you see them on the day 1 coming in and day 7 going out. It's amazing the transformation and the leadership and the interaction that they have with people. So that was my initial introduction to Jason, working with him with the students of these camps. Phenomenal. And then in addition, he did some community service work with Special Olympics, also Tip a Cop and Law Enforcement Torch Run. So I had the opportunity of meeting him. I did not recruit him. I'm hoping that he came because he knew that this would be a great place to work. But he comes to us from the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department. So Officer Jason Sharon was born in Pennsylvania and moved to Florida when he was 4 years old. He attended school in Jupiter and then Palm Beach Gardens, graduating from Palm Beach Gardens High School in 1994. Officer Sharon recently retired from Palm Beach Gardens Police Department after almost 21 years of service. During his time at Palm Beach Gardens, he worked as a detective, field training officer, SWAT team member, and member of the Community Involvement Unit. His most rewarding assignment was being lead explorer advisor for 7 years. He was able to mentor dozens of teenagers and young adults and watch them succeed in their careers and futures. He enjoys working with kids and looks forward to his new career with the School District of Palm Beach County. Officer Sharon lives in Royal Palm with his wife, Marta, and his daughter, Emily, and they're going to be pinning the badge on him today, so I'd like to invite them up. Jason also enjoys traveling, golf, and spending time with his family, so no better time than the present. So come on up. Officer Jason Sharon. Okay, next up is Officer Brian Griffith. He got sworn in on June 24th, which was just recent. So you see how we just bring them in. They've been in training since the day they walked in the door, which is great. They haven't had a chance to really get into the school stuff yet, but we're ready to get them going August 11th, ready to go. Officer Griffith he comes to us from Delray Beach Police Department after retiring after 25 years there. He has over 30 years of dedicated law enforcement service, and he brings his expertise in criminal investigations, community safety, and educational environments. Brian is a graduate of East Tennessee State with a Bachelor's of Science in Criminal Justice, and he's a graduate of the University of Louisville's Southern Police Institute Command Officers Development course. Officer Griffith has built a career on strategic, community-focused policing. He began his career as a Virginia State Trooper, where he spent 5 years honing his investigative and traffic enforcement skills, including detailed accident reconstructions and criminal investigations. He later joined the Delray Beach Police Department, where he served for 25 years before retiring. During his tenure at Delray, Brian supervised problem-oriented policing teams that proactively addressed specific crime drivers. He worked closely with schools to reduce bullying, improve student safety, and coordinate crisis prevention efforts. Officer Griffith's tenure also included serving as a vice intelligence and narcotics agent and as a member of the Law Enforcement Against Child Harm Task Force, LEACH, appropriately named, combating the criminal exploitation of children. Officer Griffith spent 14 years as a sergeant, where he spearheaded investigations, managed evidence integrity as the evidence supervisor, and prepared legal documentation for both department level and federal cases. On a personal side, he enjoys spending time with his family and friends, and his wife, Amy, is going to do the pinning today. So I introduce to you Officer Brian Griffith. Okay, I didn't call your name yet. Okay, come on back. Come on back. Christopher Wallace is our next officer up, right here. So we talked a little earlier about the variety of backgrounds and reasons for people being here. Chris doesn't have quite as much experience as the other three guys sitting here, but that's okay. He brings other things to the table. That community service, community engagement piece, customer service piece, very important, in addition to the family piece. His dad actually works for the school police department, and he's going to help us pin the badge on in just a minute. But he kind of grew up with policing in his blood. So, hey, we are super glad to have you. So Christopher Wallace has over a decade of experience with various high-pressure environments. Officer Wallace began honing his leadership and customer service skills while working for 8 years in customer service management with Starbucks. He developed strong communication and problem-solving skills while training and developing new leaders. He transitioned into public safety as a 911 call taker for the Coral Springs Police and Fire Department before starting his law enforcement career as a police officer with Boynton Beach Police Department. At Boynton Beach PD, he learned the importance of teamwork and adaptability in fast-paced situations. After a year with Boynton, Officer Wallace decided he wanted to focus on the school-based policing as opposed to the municipal policing, and he applied with the school district. Throughout his life, Officer Wallace has been a dedicated team player. He's got a lot of experience playing baseball for over 15 years, and that contributed to teaching him how to thrive in a collaborative work setting. He looks forward to protecting and working with the students of Palm Beach County. Outside of work, Officer Wallace enjoys fishing, playing video games, and spending quality time at the park with his dog and his fiancée, Elizabeth. So, fiancée Elizabeth and Dad, Tom Wallace, come on up. We're going to be doing the swearing in. So I introduce to you Christopher Wallace. Come up. Bring it in, bring it in. So I kind of told you we've got a wide variety of backgrounds and reasons for people being here. I think the main reasons, though, is kind of, it's pretty obvious that everybody up here wants to be a contributing part of this team. They see that we've got a really good mojo going right now, and they want to hop on and join us and help contribute to it. The fact that we have family members that encourage family members to come to the agency that they're working at is, to me, it's a huge testament. They're not the first parent offspring couple that we have here. I don't want to call them a couple. That sounds really weird. But again, it's a testament to the variety of the experience that we have here. Some of the people that are more seasoned veterans, they see what we've got going. They really give 110% every day. And they love training new people coming in. So just the collaboration between everybody as we work through this and continue to build our team has been extraordinary. It's been a great experience for me to be able to watch it and help grow it, and I appreciate it every day. So with that being said, congratulations to the four of you. Welcome to the Palm Beach County School District Team Palm Beach family. Super happy to have you. And I'd also like to give a shout out, I don't think she's here today, but Jody Gonzalez and Major Scopolitas for being so involved in our hiring process. If you go to most agencies in the county, it takes quite a while to get hired. They do a pretty good job here of trying to fast track the process without skipping anything. But a lot of that has to do with the backgrounds and the information that we have readily available because they're seasoned veterans with records that are readily available to us. Thank you for your work on that. Appreciate it. And then also, Tish and Awilda, thank you for getting the room set up for us and getting cookies to make sure everybody gets cookies on their way out the door. We appreciate that, too. So thank you all for coming. This is going to conclude our ceremony. Congratulations again, and welcome to the team.